Yeah, might as well.
Yeah. We've got just got to have another 5 minutes of talking then you know until we need to talk. You know what I mean. I'm just gonna close that one. Close. What are you reading, sir?
Um,
If I may be so inclined as to ask.
I'm reading on one of the stories of tonight, and
Ah,
there's a website here that apparently seem to think it's true. So
huh.
that's neat.
Ah, it's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that now. Wig, 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 wig.
Yeah, can you just follow me around, like
And just make noises,
for the rest of my life, and like, yeah, dub
dude. I
my
would, I
dub
would
my
love
life.
to. I would even like get really good at beatboxing to give you a soundtrack to whatever's
Yeah.
happening in your life at the moment.
Oh, I would love
Yeah, honestly, if I could get a job doing that, oh, I'd be a
that.
happy man. Kind of like Snoop Dogg's joint roller.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard about that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he has his own like guy that he's taught how he likes his joints rolled, and like
Brilliant.
it's the craziest thing. It is the craziest thing. But about joints, I might be getting some green stuff later on, so that's gonna be cool.
I mean, no, I won't participate.
Nah, we don't do that here.
We also don't discourage it.
Oh no, definitely not. Whoop, 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 go! Smoke the weed! I'm a little fanboy for weed smokers. What can I say? Isn't it crazy to think about if we'd started this podcast like an hour sooner?
Yeah.
I would technically have had good lighting in my room for the entire podcast almost. Because I've been here for like 40-ish minutes and the lighting was fine in the beginning, and then you came in and
Yeah.
I became all orange, and then you turned your camera on, and then it was good again, and then, now it's getting dark.
Yeah, this is a summer podcast.
It really is. Very seasonal, yeah. Mm.
Like my depression. Hey.
Hey, wait. Is that summary? Are you
No, but
summer
it's
depressed?
seasonal.
Ah,
Ah.
I see. Ah. Hmm. Yeah. Is it
No,
seasonal or
I'm
is it just
sorry.
like occasional?
Huh?
Is it seasonal? Is it? Sorry, I'm just like training for the girlfriend that I thought I could have had. I was just thinking, is it actually seasonal though, or is it just occasional? Does it just happen, or like you know what I mean?
Oh, I mean, like the really bad stuff is occasional, I guess, but
Oh, okay.
I definitely feel worse off in winter.
Oh,
And
this is not underwear, by the
yeah.
way. Just want to clarify, it's not my tiny whities. This is the beginning to my KKK mask. No, actually, it's what Futix covers their what's it called? The thing that goes up on top of the mattress. Covers?
Sheep?
Covers a sheet. That's probably the better one, yeah. Because it doesn't really make sense to like say it covers that covers, because
Yeah.
you just start sounding stupid when you say that. Right, no, yeah. Sorry, I think I cut you off before, didn't I?
Oh yeah, I was just saying, I'm sorry, talking about depression. I promised we would have a fun episode today.
Hey, if there's one thing I love talking about, it's other people's depression. That means I don't have to talk about mine. Yeah, no, it's all good. If you noticed my mood drop, it wasn't the talk about depression. It was just I started wondering about the occasional or seasonal kind of thing. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, do you know why God always has to change his sheets?
No, no.
They're holy.
That one is so funny it hurts. No, that's actually a good one. I like that one. That's really nice. Uh, really bad though, but in the best way.
Yeah, yeah. That's the line I walk.
Indeed, it is a very uh, true and tried method of yours.
Yeah.
Walking that, that joke to death, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, apparently, I've been a dad my entire life.
Yeah, you were born a dad.
Yeah.
Who would have thunk it? Those brothers of yours actually are kids. Oh, the plot thickens. Hmm. How many fun facts have you found since last time? Also, okay, wait. Okay, before we start,
Yeah,
I think there's a couple of things we
I'm
should
here.
clear. Yeah, yours. Thank you. For me? Hmm.
Yeah.
Um, First of all, I need to unbutton this so I can do that. I
Oh,
know.
definitely not for kids today.
No. And then I was thinking for the outro, what did we end up on? What was our? We decided on a positive, a thinker, and either a dream like something we were dreaming about, or a word made up thing. No, what? I don't know what that last bit even means. So a
No,
positive.
I think it's because I said something like, "Geez, do you know crocodiles eat with their eyes open or something?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's just made up."
Oh yeah. That's probably what it is. That's probably what it is. Then I don't know how it came to be this in my notes, but it did. A word made up thing. Sure. I have found two
Yeah.
actual fun facts though as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're doing is a good thing, a happy thing,
That's
like
still positive, yeah.
yeah, and a hopeful thing, or
Yeah, either a hopeful or like a fun fact to think about or like something like that, I'm guessing.
yeah, okay,
And
yeah,
then a made up fun fact. Sound
yeah,
good?
okay,
Yeah. That good?
yeah,
Cool. I'm just gonna put it in here. Just okay. So a positive, a come on. A positive, a funk fact. We should do funk facts. That would be great.
fun facts,
That would be
yeah.
great. I'm telling you, the kids are gonna love it. The kids that are not gonna watch this because they're not allowed to. Fun fact
I
and
mean, if
a
there's one thing I know about kids, it's that they like that, you know, music where you really have to think about it to enjoy it.
oh yeah, definitely. Mm. Okay. Should we just like as soon as the clock hits 20, should we just say choo choo tangent train or something?
I mean, it's too late, but
Oh yeah, but I mean for the coming
yeah,
episodes.
but choo choo,
Tangent train.
all aboard.
Something like that. Yeah, exactly. And then we were also talking about how's the week been. So how has the week been?
Oh yeah, we do the
Yeah,
vibe check. Yeah.
yeah, the vibe check. Yeah, exactly. Vibe check.
um, yeah, I've had a pretty good week,
Mhm.
honestly. Yeah, I'm officially on sick leave now
Ah,
from school. So that's like a huge load off my shoulders. Uh,
mm,
yeah, and I mean, just from that, I can feel like the stress melt away, and
mm,
honestly, I feel like I'm almost back to normal now. So
right. That's amazing. So you might actually want to go with me to Scotland in October.
October.
Yeah, I've moved it to October because
Okay.
I was looking at the money and I was like, it's gonna be a bit tight and it's probably better
Mm.
to just wait until October.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome.
Um, yeah, and I was I went to church yesterday, or like met up with my youth group
Oh,
for the first time in like half a year. So that
nice.
was great as well. Good seeing them again.
Yeah, yeah. Is that the same youth group that I was with you visiting at
Yeah.
some point? Right, cool. Nice. Good guys. Good guys. Not guys that I'm gonna probably see much more of, but good guys.
And you were out of there pretty quickly.
Yeah, well, what can I say? I don't know. I kind of enjoyed it, but also I think I just kind of realized I love talking about faith, but in a less controlled environment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like where it's like it comes up naturally, and you're just like, but what about this?
Yeah.
Kind of like this. Sometimes.
Yeah. So how have you been?
Me? Aw. I have been less fortunate than you. I could not get sick leave. I was like, 'cause I had a fair amount of sick days earlier on in my job history, and so I've just become like this person who's like, cause apparently you shouldn't just call in sick if you think you might get someone else sick. You should only do it if you literally can't work, according to my boss. Yeah, I guess that's how we're doing it now. I need the money anyways. So I like spent Monday there and I was like, no, I'm gonna get over this. Just it's been a rough weekend as all. I'm gonna get over it. It's gonna be fine. Tuesday I was like,
Yeah.
no, like I'm shivering and shaking whenever I'm standing still. Like I get like feels like there's like needles pointing at my fucking spine. That was incredibly uncomfortable. So I called him because as soon as I got home on Monday and Tuesday I was just lying in bed, doing that throughout like Sunday as well. And I had like a fever of 38.3 when I got home. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna call him and just be like, hey, can I get like tomorrow off, which would have been Wednesday? And he was like, yeah, well, how about you just like take a lot of Panadol and like Pamol and like, and I was like, sure. And then it's like it's because someone is from vacation and he's already working nights, and I was like, fuck it, then. Sure, I'll take it. I'll take one for the team. So I did that. I worked sick this week, but besides that, it's been okay. You know.
That's really comforting to know, knowing you deliver food and stuff
Oh,
to
yeah.
people.
Well, I don't really deliver food anymore though. Remember, I
Oh,
work for
okay.
Dansk Flakman now. That's more like items. So
Hmm.
yeah. And usually it'll just be to like a bunch of, well, not usually. There is a bunch of firms, is what I'm trying to say. So that'll just give other people sick days, which is nice.
Yeah.
Spreading the happiness, spreading the joy. So yeah, I think that's about what I've been doing. Oh, I've also been catching up with Star Wars.
Always a good time.
Always a good time. Right. So
Yeah.
I'll hand the microphone to you.
Thank you.
No,
Yeah.
other side,
So.
other side. It's the other side.
Oh, right here.
Oh, yep, that's better. That's better. There you go. There you go. Yeah, that's it. Yep, that's it. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
there we
it.
go. Okay, you can hear me now.
Oh yeah, there we go. That's better. Much better. Oh no, you can't hear me. Shit. Sorry. I'll shut up.
Anyway, yeah, like we talked about last week, we I was gonna do a more fun episode this week because it has been getting kind of heavy. The things we've discussed for the past couple times. So today we'll have a fun time looking at some stories from Danish folklore. Or well, I guess Scandinavian Nordic. It's pretty similar,
Yeah.
um, from what I've been able to find
They took
in
him
the
from us
short
anyways.
research I've done. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna let you pick a story. Actually, I got three.
Ooh. Ooh.
So one is about a little kid who gets into a bunch of trouble and ends up becoming the mascot of like I don't know, should we say dessert?
That's
Yeah, you
classic.
got that?
I think.
Uh,
Well, what's the last bit again? You said a little kid who some, and then.
Little kid gets into a bunch of trouble
Uh,
uh, and ends up becoming the mascot of a dessert.
oh. Right. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Sure. I got it now. Yeah.
Second one we got.
Mhm.
Um, sorry. Ah.
Don't puke on stream. That's a bad move.
Yeah. Second one we got. Young women turning old, and now they're not hot anymore, so they just take care of the children.
Yes. Another classic. Yes, yes. Okay.
And we got the true story of how players are picked for the Danish national football team.
Okay, do we think we're gonna get through all of these?
Yes.
Okay, great. In that case, let's start with the second one, just so I don't feel like I'm just doing a board. Because I really do want the Danish football team one to be last, because I'm really curious
Mm.
about that. But I wanna, I don't want to spoil my appetite.
Okay, yeah. The second one. This. Oh boy. Yeah. Let me just find my notes here.
That's like a good idea.
This is the story of Slattenpatten, or translated to English, saggy tits, I guess.
Yes.
Also known as saggy long tits.
Ah, yes.
If you're feeling fancy, I guess.
That sounds very much like a proper title.
Yeah.
I like that.
Hold on. I'm just.
I'm holding on.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm just going to use the Danish word because it rhymes and it's fun.
Okay.
So Slattenpatten is
It is fun. It really is.
um, is a word that I shouldn't laugh so much at, but
You
here
should.
we are. No, she is an elf woman. And for anyone who's not familiar with like elves from Danish folklore, it's not like the high fantasy elves who are immortal and incredibly wise and like better at humans in basically everything they do. Um, these elves are more like they're humans but like a variant of them. So they usually live underground in hills, and they are most likely nocturnal. Yeah,
Kind of like dwarves are in
yeah,
more normal
exactly. Yeah,
fantasy. Yeah.
that's probably a more apt description. Um, and yeah, I mean, they just basically hate humans. Uh,
Love them already.
yeah, I mean, I can't blame them, but
No.
so the the life cycle of these is like they're kids and then they grow up, and in folklore they're always described as incredible attractive young women, and I don't know where the men is. Probably this has just got to do with, I don't know, men wrote history. um yeah, so if you're out late one night and you see some people dancing, partying out in the distance, you should definitely not go join them, because these will be elves. Um, but from a distance, it can be hard to tell them apart from humans.
This explains a
Um,
lot of nights I've had. Sorry, would you like me to be quiet while you're doing this, by the way, or?
no, 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 no.
Okay.
I'm waiting for you to elaborate.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's not really much elaboration. It's just I have a tendency when I'm out and about drinking that when I see some strangers, I'm like, "Hey, strange people, hi!" And then I get raped every single
Oh,
time. I
that
never
took a turn.
learn. Yeah. No, I don't get raped. I try to. I really
um,
try hard to, but
yeah, there is one distinctive feature with them that like separates them from humans, and that is their backs are hollow. And I haven't really been able to find out what that means exactly. I mean, in my head, it's just like they got a big hole in their back, but I don't really know how that works or why that is. Yeah,
Hmm,
that doesn't seem to really be an explanation for it.
no.
Okay, so when these elves grow up, like become old, that is when they turn into Slattenpatten. So basically, it will be just this really old crone who's tits hanging down to her waist. And when she's really in a hurry, that actually comes in handy for her because she'll take them and like fling them over her shoulders so she can get on more effectively.
How does that work? Never mind.
um, Also, it helps because Slattenpatten takes care of the children in the colony or society, and she'll often carry them on her back so she can breastfeed them on the go.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's actually genius. That is some next level shit.
um, yeah, I also read one place a theory that some elf children might live in the water, and then Slattenpatten would basically just lie on a low-hanging branch of a tree, and they could swim up and like grab on.
Oh, it's like birds, and but like not at all. I
Yeah.
don't, yeah, I have no like. Wow.
Okay, so Slattenpatten herself, due to her long life, she's often more mischievous and daring than other elf people. Because even though they hate humans, they tend to stick to themselves. So it's not like open conflict. Um, yeah,
It's a classic,
but
classic Danish way of hating things. We don't really want to go do anything about it. We just like want to, sit in our pubs, drink, talk
yeah,
shit.
it really is.
Yeah.
Um, but Slattenpatten, way
Mm,
different. She'll often go stealing in the night, bread, livestock, whatever.
right.
And I read that if you like etch a cross into your bread, for example, she won't be able to take it.
Of course.
Um, yeah, like a lot of creatures of myth, she also hates steel and or iron. Well, all elf people do,
Oh
not just Slattenpatten.
no. Huh. That's interesting.
Um, and there has also been speculation that she would leave changelings sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah, where she basically takes an elf baby and switches it with the human baby of the house. Yes, what would you like to say?
Two things now. First of all, oh, actually, three things I think. First of all, I'm pretty sure nothing like steel. At least I wasn't very happy when I got stabbed. That's all I'm saying. Secondly, so these are not they're not quite the dwarves or elves of Norse mythology, right? They're not quite that.
uh,
This is a
yeah, I
bit
think
late.
so.
Oh, okay. Because they were the ones that worked as smiths very proficiently.
Oh, okay, no, not like that
Okay.
mythology. No,
Oh, okay. Okay,
this is
cool.
more like the Christian folk tradition.
Yes. You know how I know that?
No.
Because the series Outlander also makes a point of talking about the elven kids thing, like the changeling kids,
Yeah.
where but they're okay. So yours is very dark and creepy, right? I'm guessing. It sounds
Dark
like
and what?
creepy, like evil, devilish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because I believe in Gaelic folklore, it's more of a if your child is sick or something, if you can't care for it, you would take it and then put it into like an open tree, like a hollowed out tree. I guess this is why they have hollow backs as well. It's probably related to that,
Hmm.
like the
Yeah.
same as a
Could
hollow
be.
tree. Um. So there you like take it and leave it in a hollow tree, and then you know possibly the child would have been taken by the changeling or the elves, in the night, and then your child would be living happily ever after instead of dying a measly death.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah. I think. Yeah. This is a much darker story
right.
because, um, as far as I know, at least there's a huge consensus that um the story of the changelings
Mm.
um, was a way that people. Whoa, you get dark all of a sudden.
Sorry. Hey, my last name is
uh,
Dark, so hey.
yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so changelings was a way for people to deal with the fact that they had a kid who was physically or mentally disabled. So,
Mm,
I don't know, they were born with something wrong with their foot or something.
right.
And the parents would go, "Oh, it's a changeling. It's not a human baby."
Right. Yeah.
Right. And,
Yeah.
then they don't feel so bad about killing it
No,
or, not
completely fine with.
caring properly for it or,
Yeah.
um, yeah.
Very nice.
Like I said, fun episode.
Yes.
Now,
Uh,
there is one last thing um, about Slattenpatten.
okay.
And that is if you ever offend her and like she starts chasing you, tits flapping in the wind and
All that beautiful stuff.
yeah, you can do two things. First of all, cross a creek or a stream or something. Hates getting wet. Don't like it.
Huh.
Yeah,
Like cats.
pretty simple. Um, or you can run across a field if you run like perpendicular to the plow marks,
Right.
because
So across instead of
obviously the
along.
plow is steel,
Oh yes, of
so
course.
she can only run along them.
Of course.
Yeah, so that is how you escape her.
Fantastic. That's genius.
Right, that is the story of Slattenbatten.
Cool. Can I just say, if I ever have a cat, or anyone ever goes, what should I name my cat? Sladdenpatten.
Yeah,
That is the name. Because
yeah, because it'll
that
be like cat and Slattenbatten.
exactly. Or kitten Sladdenpatten. Then you should probably change to Slittenpitten. just to make it rhyme a little more. Hmm. I think
Yeah.
that would be great. Cool.
So, um, I don't know. I was just thinking about this whole elf thing because I think, um, if anyone has read The Hobbit, uh, it kind of reminds me of the elves in Mirkwood. When they first encounter them, because it's like they're walking through this forest and they see bonfires in the
Yeah.
distance and smell food, people partying.
Mm.
Um, every time they get close, everything just vanishes all of a sudden,
Right.
and they get taken one by one. Well,
Right.
but not by the elves, yeah. But
No, but take it, take.
uh, so that kind of reminds me of that. Like
Yeah.
if that helps.
I mean, there is a fair chance that was, inspired by Sladdenpatten.
Yeah, I mean he did use a lot from Norse mythology and
Yeah. Any
folklore.
mythology you could find. Like,
No, no, no. Tolkien specifically used Norse
oh no.
because he had a big gripe with C.S. Lewis about him mixing just all kinds of sources.
Oh, but
Um,
like mm, really? Because
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, it sounds very Tolkien, for him to, do something like that. Just like him going on about, sorry, I've got another Tolkien story for like in 1 second. Uh, yeah, it does sound very much like him. So I'm trying to say. But I'm certain that I've seen a bunch of different things where it's been like, this is definitely not Norse, or at least not Norse specifically,
Mm,
or it's more known for this, but it is also
yeah,
Norse. But yeah,
yeah, that
there's a
might
bunch
be
of
it.
Norse stuff. But yeah, yeah. Wasn't him and C.S. Lewis like nemesi or something?
Oh no, they were good friends.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but like that's what I mean. Like, a true nemesis is someone you really love, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, it's like Doof and Agent P kind of vibe.
yeah, exactly. I fucking love that Doofenshmirtz.
Yeah. Have,
Um,
have you heard they're making a new season?
no,
Phineas and Ferb.
I'm. Oh, that sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
Let's hope it's nothing like Velma, because apparently that's shit. Um, don't know if you heard about that at all.
No, I don't
No,
think so.
no. Apparently it's eye gouging bad. I haven't watched it
Okay.
because I just like from anything I've heard, it's just mediocre if you're really lucky and brain dead. And otherwise, it's just literal pain to watch.
Mm.
No, I haven't been asked. No. What I wanted to say about Tolkien was the thing. I'm sure you know this already. It's more in case anyone who's watching doesn't know. You know about the moment where that interviewer or something like that came up to him and was like, you know what, you know how dwarves are spelled? You're doing it wrong. It's not Dwarves. It's Dwarfs. And then he's like, no, 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 no. Trust me, I wrote the dictionary on this word. Literally, it is Dwarves. And then the interviewers are like,
Oh, that's brilliant.
it is. Oh, you haven't heard about that before?
No.
No, okay. I'm not entirely sure how true it is, but I've heard it a million times, and it sounds
Yeah.
like something that could be true. Because
Absolutely. Yeah.
he was a professor and everything, so
Yeah.
it's just fantastic. So I just be like, no, 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 you're spelling it wrong because this is easier. And he was like, no, 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 no. I wrote the dictionary. This is right.
Have you read my books? Do I look like something who cares about easy?
Exactly. Like, uh, that's a fun fact. Right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So,
Anything?
okay, you wanted to do the national team one last,
Yeah, I'm thinking so because that sounds like a very fun one to go into.
right? We'll get to the annoying little kid who became a spokesperson for frozen dessert.
Kind of
And
like
before
Hansel
we
and
get
Gretel.
into it, do you know who this is?
It's ringing a bell. I
Is
might
it?
know when you start talking about it,
Yeah,
but
it is a fairly well-known character in
mm.
Denmark.
Ah,
Uh,
croissants.
no,
What's that? What's he called in English? Do you know that?
I don't.
I think he's
Like
actually named like after the shoe.
Klutz Jack or
Please let it not be though. Like that sounds awful. It's not very like it doesn't really have a good ring to it. I know it's.
no, it
I think
doesn't.
it's. I think it's. He's named after the shoe.
Oh, yeah,
Um.
that would make sense.
Oh no, this can't be right. Is it? No. Wait, no. What if? Okay, apparently. Okay, there are so many different names for that character. Okay, so if you're interested in hearing some,
Yeah, go ahead.
so Google Translate straight up just goes Clothans. Then Andersen.stu.dk calls him Clumsy Hans. Wikipedia calls him Blockhead Hans. And Fairy Tales Clothans dash Jack the Dullard. And that's about it.
I like
Why?
Jack the Dullard.
Jack the Dullard
I
is
think
like
it's a proper like English translation, also
yeah,
because their fairy tale name is Jack, right? So it's
yeah, I think so too. Yeah, yeah.
right. But the one we're talking about here is, of course, Krøllebølle,
Oh.
which I don't know, curly bully, curly,
Yeah, Curly Bully.
uh, yeah, something
Burly
like that.
Bully if you want to make it rhyme still.
Yeah. um.
I'll put
Okay,
it in the chat.
so this is it's actually kind of interesting because it's a bit different because this is a story from Bornholm,
Oh.
um,
Oh, yeah.
which is part of Denmark, but it's so far
Yeah.
away. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
um,
It also does come up with Bornholm if you search Krøllebølle.
yeah.
Hmm.
Uh,
Ah.
so, who is Krøllebølle? Krøllebølle is a troll, according to most stories. Um, it seems that he was a character that was invented by um, a person named Ludwig Mahler during World War II. Um, apparently, to like entertain his kids, he made up stories about Krøllebølle.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay, so he's a troll. He lives near Hammershus. which is like an old fortress in like northern Bornholm,
Mm.
and he lives there with and get ready for this because this is about to get wild.
Alright.
He lives with his father, Bobarecus Filiacus.
Hmm.
You got that?
And oh yeah, don't worry. I've just like come
Yeah.
from my Harry Potter classes, so I know all these spells.
Yeah. And his mom is called Bobacina, and his sister is called Krøllebora.
That should have been Borat, but alright.
Yeah. um. Yeah. So I haven't been able to find like the original story
Mm.
anywhere, but from what I like remember from the top of my head is that he gets into a bunch of trouble all around Bornholm.
Yeah.
Teasing local farmers, kids. Um, I think it might have been a promotional thing I've read once, because then
Yeah.
obviously he ends up getting an ice cream, and the
Yeah,
ice
yeah.
cream gets um,
Named after him.
named after him. Yeah,
Yeah. Qualibellies.
yeah. But actually, a couple of years ago, they lost the right to use the name,
Ah.
so it's not called Krøllebølleslinger
What's it called now?
anymore. Just switch to Danish.
Hey, that's what you do. Like you said a Danish word, you're now
Yeah.
talking Danish. Like that's how that works.
um. So there is a bit of uh, confusion, or I don't know, discussion
Mm.
as to what exactly Krøllebølle is. Like I've said troll so far,
Mm.
but some people think that he is part of a race called like the Undergrounds,
Oh.
um,
Mm.
which is apparently like a mythical creature or mythical people specific to Bornholm.
Mm.
Which I guess would make sense. Like it's very rocky there. They got
Yeah.
caves.
Yeah.
Totally different from the rest of Denmark.
Yeah. Only thing is though, I don't believe it's very tall still. Um.
No, I guess not. But I know you can always go down. I mean, that's
That's true. Let's make a hobbit home.
um, yeah. So there's a bit of like disagreement there.
Yeah.
I looked up what if there were any info about the undergrounds online.
On Bornholm.
Yeah, and that's where I found the website that apparently thinks this is a true thing,
Oh, yeah.
because they do have like an entire map of Bornholm here,
Uh-huh.
um, with like places you can go to find them and shit. Uh, yeah, so
Oh.
I'm thinking we'll link to this website in the description.
Oh yes, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
Oh, also,
and oh yeah,
I think I found out the best name for Curly in English. Curly
mm,
Burly. Cause
curly burly. Yeah,
yeah, cause like that's the little like gets the curls that he has. That's why he's named Curly. Cause
mm,
the curly hair, you know. And then like Burly still sounds. It sounds a bit like a bully, doesn't it?
yeah, and it is a bit like humph, humph, humph.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect explanation.
Um, Also, I think you and I should go to Bornholm sometime and make a video about us going troll hunting.
Oh
But that's
yes.
like a discussion for another time.
I would love to, but yes, let's put a pin in
Yeah.
it.
um. Yeah. So I mean, there's not a lot to this story. It is pretty straightforward, right?
Mm.
I mean, troll goes out. Um. I think there also might be the stipulation that he can't, uh, take daylight. Um
Right, like a
that they need to
classic
be on the
troll.
ground during the day.
Right.
Um, yeah, but I don't know. I think it's kind of interesting. First of all, because this the undergrounds being specific to Bornholm,
Mm.
um, and also I feel like in general Danish folklore is so vague. Um, it's more or less just taking um, I don't know, the brothers Grimm, like their fairy tales, taking, okay, what creatures do we have there, and then it's okay. Yeah, I guess that's our belief system. Or um,
Yeah. I
I think it's
mean,
rare to find like specifics, like a whole family that's named. Um,
that is true, I guess.
and sort of, and I guess also because it's a more modern story, because I guess most of this Nordic folklore in the Christian tradition would be from like uh 17 1800s, the
Mm.
latest, as precautionary tales to children about how to behave, how to not behave.
Yeah.
um
I would say though that you should probably be careful saying we don't have a rich culture for uh fairy tales at least, because we got H.C. Anderson, mate.
oh yeah, like fairy tales, yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Or
in
like just
terms of,
folklore specific.
yeah, and in terms of creatures, I feel
Oh yeah.
like it's a bit bare bones.
I would have to politely what's it called? Disagree, I guess. Just what I'm trying to
Disagree,
say.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's all. I'm like,
Decline.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, no, no.
No thanks.
I think we'll not have any of that today. Um, no, yeah, I think you're right, but also I don't necessarily think that anyone else made those. I think those have just been around for millennia, like those stories about trolls and
Mm,
werewolves and like
yeah,
all these fairy tale creatures, folklore creatures. Uh,
but I think like if you, okay, take Harry Potter for
huh,
example. Like
uh huh.
the third year, they go through a lot of creatures
Mm.
in their class,
Yep.
and like how to defend against them. And a lot of those creatures are pulled from British folklore. Um,
Oh
and
yeah,
I
I guess.
always thought then that I was like, huh. I mean, either like we just didn't do that. We
Dude, you're not like you're not doing too well today.
no, either we just didn't do that much in Denmark, or I mean, I just don't know enough about Danish folklore. That might also be the case. I mean,
I don't know. I wanna like research it for next time we do this or something, or just next time we talk
yeah,
or something. It would be
that
pretty
would be
interesting.
great.
Yeah.
I mean, I think actually, I don't know. I love folklore, so I think
Oh
like every once in a while, I will be doing these story time episodes, just
yeah. Oh yeah.
having fun, talking about some weird shit.
That's very good. Like I'm digging like folklore and fairy tales are awesome.
Mm,
Yeah, love it.
right. So yeah, that is the story of Krøllebølle.
Cool. Quick thing.
Yeah.
Do you know he only has one curly hair? Ah, it's really hard to see in the screen. Can I? What if I do that? There you go. There's
Yeah.
one curly hair on top of his head, and besides that, there's no curly hairs. Been named after a single strand of hair he's got. How much must that suck in some way?
I guess, yeah.
Like, possibly he likes it, or maybe that's why he's like being a bully.
Yeah, might be.
Could be. Imagine like
Oh,
someone just like seeing my nose and it's like, ah, big nose Jacob. Like, oh, come on.
yeah. I mean, come to think about it, that is kind of the J.K. Rowling method of naming your characters.
Oh yeah, definitely. But no one likes her anyway. At least not
No.
anymore. So there you go.
I actually have one last tidbit here
Sorry.
that I forgot. So, Krøllebølle's far,
hmm
say his name for me, please.
I didn't write it down.
Okay. Bobba Reikus Fili Reikus.
Oh yeah, Babaraikus
Yeah.
Filaraikus. Easy. I knew that.
uh, apparently, Baba is also an expression from Bornholm that means ghost-like.
I
Huh?
don't know what they're drinking over there, but
you know, when you have the jar of pickled herring, it's
Yeah.
just the brine from there.
Ah. So, in other words, the strongest liquid known to man.
Yeah.
Surströmning. Woo! I'm deluded. Jesus.
So, are you ready for the
I will
main
be.
event?
I will be in 1 second. I just need to get this out of my system first. Whew. I gotta.
I
My
just
God.
joined you here.
Also, I wonder if they call boba tea like ghost tea then.
Oh,
Hmm? You
wait,
know what boba tea is, right?
what's boba tea?
Oh, you don't know what? Okay. Boba tea is like this. It's practically just a juice, as far as I know. I guess it's made in like some sort of tea leaf and shit with a bit of caffeine in it. Caffeine. It's just a little coffin in it, you know. It's a warning. No. So it's like just like a juice-looking beverage in like a big ass ice coffee cup, and then it's like it tastes like juice as well, and then there's like tiny balls inside of it that you like
Oh,
suck up with this.
bubble tea.
Yeah, it's also called boba tea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the most disgusting looking thing on the planet.
Honestly, it looks kind of interesting. It just feels very uncomfortable with all those balls.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've taken a fair couple of balls to my face in the day of my youth, you know, in the days of youth. Sorry. Yes, I'm ready now for the main event.
Yeah. this this is a story I first came across a couple of years ago
Mm,
when I was researching Danish folklore.
mm.
Um, and to my surprise, I found it on a website called bold.dk, which is like all about football news, and there was like a thread there that discussed the true story of how Dennis Rommedahl, former Danish football player, actually came to play on the national team. Uh, because their logic was that he was never good enough to be there. So how did he get picked to play for them?
Wow.
Which is like just factually wrong, but I mean,
Yeah, it seems like it, you know, but okay.
um, so the story goes like this: that back in, geez, I don't know, the 80s or something. Um,
Back before 92. We won!
yeah,
That's how Danish people measure football championships, by
yeah,
the way. Before 92 and after 92. We don't care about anything else. Specifically,
yeah,
92 is what we care about.
yeah. We actually live in year 31 here. It's not 2023.
No. uh, right, sorry.
Right. So back in the 80s, Morten Olsen, the
Oh.
coach of the national team, not in the 80s, but when Rommedahl played, um, he was with his girlfriend on the ferry from Rødby to Puttgarden. Is that the Rødby Puttgarden, right?
Yeah, sure, sounds
That
about right.
sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Denmark to Germany.
Ah.
And yeah, they're just there hanging out, having a good time.
Mm.
And who else should be there but Dennis Rommedahl's dad? Um, and apparently, this is true. I think.
Seems to
We'll
be.
see.
Yeah.
Oh, like this next little part is true that this girlfriend did go missing during that trip.
Oh.
Like
Like
just vanished.
Olsen's
Yeah,
girlfriend. Right.
no trace of her.
That's not very good.
Um,
That's
no.
very bad advertisement for my kinship, you know.
um, and yeah, so the story goes that Dennis Rommedahl's dad saw Morten Olsen like
Sure.
either kill his girlfriend, push her overboard, something like that.
Ah.
And then when he became the coach of the national team, blackmailed him to put his son on the team.
Yeah, it's one of those classic, like, oh, you didn't see anything. You're like, ah, I saw something, but I might have a price to be
Yeah.
named at a later date. Many
And it's
mafiosos do that.
just like such a buck wild theory, and I love it. I really do.
Now, I just want to say, I think it's a very interesting theory. I also think it's a little bit weird to go on live on the internet and then go, you know what I love to hear about? Women getting murdered.
Yeah.
Mr. Toby, no, 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 no. No, but it's
Yeah.
really interesting. It's completely nuts.
I'll quote Community here.
Mhm.
I'm remembering around that part.
Ah. Ah, what a good quote. What a good quote. I should use that more.
Yeah, so this is a bit of a short one, but
Yeah.
uh, I really had to include it because, yeah, like I said, I think it might be my favorite story ever to be like Danish centered or like, yeah, within our collective Danishness.
Yes.
And yeah, I think it's kind of interesting also because this is very modern. Uh,
Well,
and like, it's risen up when
oh yeah.
Romedale was on the national team, probably,
Oh
right?
yeah. Most
So,
certainly.
like in the 2000s and going forward,
Mm,
probably.
probably.
Um,
God's book.
and yeah, it's interesting to see that even though like um, superstition and stuff like that maybe doesn't hold that big of a place in our folklore anymore. We still create new um,
Like
like theories and
yeah, like mouth to mouth tales kind of like
yeah,
things. Yeah.
exactly. Like the oral tradition is still very much alive.
Yes, exactly.
Um,
Nowadays we know it as gossip though.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
Yeah. The thing
I
like
think it is. I got to thinking.
yeah,
I mean, when I prepared for this, I was like, okay, can I even put this story in here? Is it folklore? And I got to thinking, what is folklore? And no, no, no.
I mean,
But yeah, I came to the conclusion that it's just like the collective awareness of a bunch of stories shared by a group
yeah.
of people.
Yeah. I
And
yeah, I don't like I'd probably myself put it in a to put it in a more what's it called everyday wording. I'd say
yeah,
the difference between like gossip and folk tales is literally just does the gossip last without ever being proven or disproven?
mm,
Like will it just be there as a tale to like go on to
yeah,
be told?
yeah. And I guess in that way, it probably hasn't changed that much, right?
No?
Because like if we think about witch burnings,
Oh
probably also just started as gossip, right?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't like her.
Oh,
She's doing
yeah.
a bit too well or something.
Yeah.
And
Ah, she seduced my husband. Like, ah.
yeah,
Didn't need witchcraft, It's, you're a bit of an ugly hag, but hey, whatever.
yeah. So
Mm.
it's kind of a powerful tool, like what we say about each other and ourselves, I guess.
Definitely.
And I had like a note to end on. Um,
That's some sort of beautiful,
yeah, that like tied it all together.
like a red string and a bow around the thing.
Yeah,
Why didn't you write
uh,
it down?
yeah, I should have honestly.
That's the most
But I
important
guess
thing.
the gist of it was just that if you go by the collected awareness of stories, it's also a way to like recognize each other and be like, oh, okay, we're part of the same thing, you and I.
True.
That like transcends race or like religious belief or like it's just the knowledge of the thing itself
Yeah.
that like gives a sort of kinship.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's very
I
true,
think
actually.
that's really powerful.
Yeah, that's actually really beautiful. That thought. Like, yeah, yeah, dude, you blew my mind. Yeah,
Yeah, thank you.
yeah, because like honestly, like that is, I hate all sweets. Normal way to start a conversation in Denmark, by the way, if anyone's wondering. I hate all sweets. Uh, but like some of the stories that we share though, and like some of like the folk tales that we share, does prove to me that we're still, even though we're two different countries, and I know that we're somewhat connected. This is the kind of stuff that really makes me feel like no, 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 we're not just somewhat connected. We are a group. We are an entity in some way.
Mm.
And I could speak Danish to you, and you would maybe understand it. uh, did I ever tell you about that in Scotland with the like Swedish uh, nurse or doctor studying girl that I spoke with a lot?
I don't think so.
No. In the beginning, she would often come up to me and like she'd start speaking Swedish, and I'd be like, huh? And she's sitting there like, could you do it slower? I was sitting there like, could you just do English? We ended up just doing English because I don't. Like, I can understand Swedish, but it is very iffy, incredibly iffy.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, those people that insist on speaking Swedish, Norwegian, Danish, like when they're visiting the other countries, it's just don't do it.
No, yeah.
I know people say we can
Yeah,
understand each other,
but
but I don't.
yeah,
So,
exactly. Like it's not quite as bad as going into like Italy as a Spanish person and be like, hey, I'm Spanish, and then do a lot of Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. Español. I don't know. But it is up there. It is up there.
yeah.
I'd say.
So to wrap this up before we like get into free play, uh, yeah, I would just like to ask you if you have any like particular stories from. It doesn't have to be Danish folklore, just in general. Uh, and by that I would also include stuff like creepypastas, for example, or like urban legends.
Ah, dude, I am. I can only think of one story. that that was not much of a folk tale, but it is a story nonetheless, and it's my favorite story of all time. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, it's it's
Hold
definitely
on.
a true story. I know that much.
Hold on. Let me
Okay.
guess. Is it Slatin Pattern?
It is not Slatin Pattern. This is better than
Okay.
Slatin Pattern because this is
Whoa, okay.
a legitimate thing that happened, and you know the person it happened to. I probably
No.
shouldn't mention the name. Oh no, you do know the person, but I probably shouldn't mention the name. Um, unless they come on here themselves and want to mention their name in relation to the story. I know a person. I won't mention where they're from either. They're not from Denmark, I'll say that much. You've spoken with them a couple of times, and this person once when we were, somewhat pissed, we were talking about like random stories in our life, stupid shit we had done, and this person, this male I know, started talking about how once he got drunk with his girlfriend and they walked upstairs, and they had sex, and then he does as men do after sex, rolled over. He didn't fall asleep though. Good on him. Good on him. And then I think they talked or something like just chatted for fun. And then suddenly, without thinking about what he'd just done, because after they'd had sex, he didn't just roll over. He actually first like pulled it out and then came on his stomach for whatever reason. And then during the conversation, at some point, he was like, I'm gonna go get some water. Before I do that, he decided to get up, look at this girlfriend of his, look down in the dark. He was in the dark, I should also mention. And then go stomach. Guess who puked? He did. He puked. And I think it's one of my. I know I told it really poorly here, but I think it's one of my favorite stories ever.
Yeah.
It's just so good.
Yeah, it's that kind of stuff. You can't make this shit up. Like,
No, really, like, cause like, who's mental enough to do it? uh, I love this. I also told this to a random person I know once when I was out doing what I do. Just there was some sort of thing in inner city, and I told this to some woman, old woman, and this story prompted her to look at me and then go like, "You should become like a storyteller or something like professional. You're really good at this." I'll just tell you, I told the story even worse back then because it was full of loud people and stuff in there,
yeah.
and I was knackered. Like I was getting pretty hammered then.
Can I ask you something?
Go ahead.
Is this the kind of thing where you're too embarrassed about it, so you say it was your friend who did it?
No, I wish. If it was actually me, I would definitely tell you that because that would have been a great story. You know, just like I told you the thing with the girl earlier. You know,
Yeah.
I fuck up a lot, but and like I might be embarrassed about it, but it's a good story, decent story, anyways. So yeah. Funny thing, I think just after that story came up, my mate, I can mention his name. This wasn't him. My mate Jack was talking about a story about how apparently someone had sex with a coroner or someone like that, and they had ejaculated on her tits, and then she'd gotten lava into her nipples. Really fucked up story. I don't think it's true,
Oh.
or her tits or something. Yeah, most likely just like one of those folktale rumor shits where people
Mm.
just like, hey, wouldn't this be fucked up? And then yeah, it is. It's very fucked up. Don't ever mention this again. Then but yeah, apparently.
Right. Yeah. With that image
Mm.
in my mind forever now.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Mm.
Fun thing to remember about that story though. Where would the lava have come from? He would have had to have fucked a dead person who'd been dead for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. Just in case anyone wasn't really
Or
thinking
I
it
don't
through.
know, just have a like messed up infection in his
Yeah, that's not very
urinary
fun.
tract, or
That's not very fun. It makes much more sense that you get the fucked up infection from sticking your dick in dead. Or dirt from the dead. Either way. Pretty fucked up.
yeah.
Yeah. uh, right. Is that your let's just about call it. It's
Yeah.
2056. I'm also getting tired.
Wait, what? Oh,
2056. What?
I was looking at a screenshot and the time said 1943. So I was like, what
What?
happened?
No.
yeah, I think we should sign off because I'm getting tired.
Yeah, same. Right.
Yeah, but I'm glad it got to be a bit of a happier episode.
Yeah, there's nothing, like really dark here. It's just funny, darkish stories.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, and that's all
So,
of us.
okay, yeah. So, as to our sign off, we agreed on one happy thing,
Mm-hmm.
one fun fact,
Yep.
and one made up fact.
Yes.
Right.
So wait, should we like should we go like happy, or
Yeah.
happy, fun? Okay. So okay, cool. Do you want to start?
yeah. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Happy fact sounds so weird.
Mm.
But like a happy thing, I guess,
Yeah, just like
for
anything
me is
positive.
that next week is Easter, which is by far my favorite holiday, I guess.
Yeah, it's a holiday.
Yeah, I get to go home see my family. We're all going to be together, like for the first time in a couple of months.
Oh,
So that'll
that's
be
exciting.
nice.
Yeah.
And uh, Thursday, my mom always cooks a lamb with like rosemary, garlic, naan bread. Sometimes it's really delicious.
Dude, that sounds.
Uh,
Can I come?
honestly, I think you're more than welcome.
I would love to, but I probably got work, so.
Oh, right.
Uh,
No,
yeah.
wait. It's a holiday.
Yeah, but
Thursday.
like,
You don't get that off.
oh no, the Thursday I might get off. Yeah, no, that's true.
Hmm.
Thursday should be
But yeah,
okay.
you would have to drive all the way there, and
I would. Actually, I'd have to take a train all the way there because I
Oh,
got my car for now, but I'm gonna deliver it back on Sunday. So,
mm,
no
yeah.
comment. That it?
So that's my
Oh,
happy thing.
oh, okay.
Love Easter.
Easter's great. Easter is great. That's the day he wrote. Well, is it the day he rose? That is the time period in
Well,
which he
it's
rose.
the time of year heroes. Yeah.
Exactly.
And like, humans, we decided to extend it to a week and a half,
Yeah,
just because.
yeah. I think someone like resurrecting themselves deserved that.
Yeah,
I mean,
probably right. Yeah.
yeah. Like, I think if someone did that again, I would probably be impressed enough to give him like a week and a half for that.
Yeah.
um, I'll give you actually 3 fun facts. I had 2, but I'm gonna give you 3 real quick ones. First of all, I have my car for this entire week. Very good. I picked it up Friday, Saturday-ish.
Wait, are these fun facts or happy things?
Happy things.
Okay, right.
Yes. Did I say fun facts?
Yeah.
Oh, happy facts. Happy fun fact. It's all of it. So I got the car, and then I'm gonna watch a bunch of movies. Yeah, I feel like there's something else I want to say instead of that, but it's related to that. So I'm gonna watch a bunch of movies in this weekend. I'm gonna watch with you, and I'm gonna watch with Alex the day after. Gonna be great.
The same movie
No,
or
no, 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 no. Like
okay,
we're
okay.
gonna watch John Wick. Him and me are gonna watch the D&D one.
Mm,
Yes.
yeah.
He messaged me about it. So.
You'll have to tell me if it's worth seeing, because I might go then.
Ah, cool. I will. I will. Um, I might even go with you because I love watching things twice in the cinema. I don't know why. And then thing number 3. Currently, while we are doing this, I think there might be the possibility of a chance. I know this sounds very slim, but the chance is honestly quite slim. There might be the possibility of a chance that there is a Nintendo 64 controller for Nintendo Switch available to buy on the Nintendo Store. The only
Oh,
place you can buy these.
is this the thing you wanted me to remind you about?
Exactly. Uh,
He sent me a picture last night. I was
yeah.
like, "Can you remind me about this?" Sure, yeah, but
that was very much the feel, like the vibe you gave off as well in the message. Yeah,
yeah.
sort of like, sure. I mean, what the fuck? You did seem like you were in sort of deep waters there.
Yeah.
uh, no, but yeah. So that's gonna be great. I'm really looking forward to that. If I can get one of those, because I got a Switch like I don't know 6 months ago, and I've been wanting one of these since before I got a Switch, just to play on fucking Simon's Switch with it. But they're never in stock. Now they are,
Oh.
and it cost like 500 Danish or something, which is a fair bit of money for something that
Ooh,
crappy and old.
wow.
Yeah, for the
Yeah.
design, it should be like a 200 DKK tops, because that's a
Yeah.
shitty controller design. You saw it. It's awful,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So, um, that was 3. Yeah. Should I then do fun facts, and then you do fun facts, or do you want to do fun facts and I do fun facts? Like, should it be bam, 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 or should it be, you know what I mean?
Oh, let's do Bam Bam.
We
Yeah.
do bam, bam. Okay, so then that
Yeah.
means I'll go fun fact now as well.
Yeah.
Cool. Bam Bam, Sister Nancy, great song. Uh, sorry. Right. So then, fun fact. Okay, I prepared 2. I'm gonna let you pick which one to listen to have me read aloud and explain. One is about bees. Second one's about blue whales. Pick one. 2 very different sizes.
I mean, I just know what the blue whale one is going to be about.
I don't think it is. It's not the penis size.
Is it the sperm load?
No.
Okay. No, okay, I want to hear the blue whale then. 'Cause
Okay.
I gotta like elaborate on my library there, apparently.
Yes, you do. It's a fun fact that I actually learned today.
Mm.
Yeah. Um. Also, I just gotta like ask before I do this though. Were you there when me and Newman and Anders from Fyn? He's from Skjern. You know, from F school. When we were
Yeah.
all in Eblehaven, sleeping over in like on the first year.
I don't think I was there. No.
No, okay, fair enough. Because we literally talked about dick sizes of animals, and I think I thought I won with horse, and then I think Newman was like blue whale, and I was like fuck.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, exactly. Like so. No, so the blue whale fact, or like any major like big whale fact, is apparently, according to Simon, a leading theory on why they haven't really found cancer in big whales is that the cancer gets cancer and dies off before it can kill the whale. That's why
Yeah,
they don't die of cancer. You
I
do know
did
that?
know this. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I never heard about it before now.
It's really interesting. Yeah.
It is the weirdest thing I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
You know, and I always thought my mom was a fat cow, but like apparently not fat enough to not die from cancer.
No.
So I'm sorry, I'm joking. She was a large woman, but like this is all. She would have loved that joke probably. Not maybe not. I don't know. I think she would have loved to make that joke, but
Yeah.
I don't know how she was about her weight, honestly. Sorry.
But it is weird, right? Like,
Yes, it is.
the only good thing about cancer is when you get it for the second time, apparently.
Yeah.
Like, while your first time hasn't expired yet.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like that's. You know what?
Very particular.
I really hated cancer in my testicles, but when I got it in my throat, oh, that was a blast and a half, I'll tell you.
Oh.
That's the lesson I'm going to be taking home with me tonight.
Yeah.
Right. Your turn. Go on.
Yeah. Okay. My fun fact is that the Danish term "ellevild," which is like buck wild,
Nice. Perfect.
actually comes from the elven people who are called ellefolk in Danish.
Oh.
So if you go and dance with them and like accept the drink they offer, you will become sort of like enchanted. All just becomes kind of hazy, and you'll just run amok, basically,
Right.
not be able to remember a thing.
That
Which
kind
I
of.
guess is kind of like, I don't know, them explaining a hangover, or I don't know.
I mean, that or just like getting drunk.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably more like just getting drunk if you're getting wild, because hangovers usually you're not wild. You're the opposite of wild. You hate
Oh,
anything
yeah,
loud.
yeah. But I mean, like the not remembering what happened.
Oh, yes, that is probably true. Oh, yes. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense.
So that's my fun fact.
It also kind of fits with the term buckwild, though, considering elves as, kind of nature and animalistic
Yeah.
creatures. It could fit there too. Could fit there too. So, I made a fun fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the hard one. We should have prepared this.
Yeah, we really should.
I'm just gonna mention some bullshit. I'll tell you right away. Should I go first?
No. I got it right on the tip of my tongue.
Oh, do you want me to go in there and search for it with my own tongue?
No.
Oh, well.
You're sick.
Hey, only a little bit. I'm getting healthier. That was one of the other positive things I want to say.
Did you know that what's it called? Onomatopoeia.
Yeah,
That's right. Right.
sounds right.
Onomatopoeia.
Oh,
Did you know that onomatopoeia is the sound a tree makes when it falls in the forest when no one's around to hear it?
No. Oh, dude. You see, that's an actual real fun fact.
Yeah.
Sure as shit is fun, at least. Oh my god. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm gonna have to write that one down. I'm gonna write that one down right away. I'm sorry. I just have to say that.
Thank you.
That is too good.
I feel pretty good about it as well.
That was a really good. Oh, that was great. Man, I'm gonna see here. Toby's. How do you spell onomatopoeia?
ONOMATOPEIA. P-A-T-O
P-I-A, right?
P-E-I-A, I think.
P-E-I-A, that makes more sense. Onomatopoeia.
I'm gonna look it up.
Ugh. Well, considering I was so fast to pick something, I was gonna be like somewhat proud of mine. But yours was definitely much more fun. Mine is just stupid. Did you know that Denmark has the #1 leading team in online Mario Kart tournaments?
I
True,
did not know
true,
that.
true. No, I'm not sure anyone else knows it either.
No.
But there you go.
We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, yeah. You can Google it. It's
Yeah.
probably true.
Bonus fun fact. It's Astralis.
Ah! Swear to God, you just mentioned the one esports team, Am I right? Am I
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I know they're Danish. Or
Oh,
like
okay.
it's a Danish sponsored team at least. Or
Yeah, I think
privately
that's
owned.
about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know there's actually, and this is actually a true fact, there's an Astralis store in Copenhagen.
I did not know that.
Yeah, on the second floor you can go up there and game.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, it's really cool. I went there all
Except
on my own.
I don't like being in public.
Oh yeah, same. Yeah, yeah. That's I don't know. It sounds kind of cool though. Like a classical gaming cafe kind of situation.
Like it's an arcade type of thing, or
I think it's just like PC. They just like go up and they're like, "Hey, I've got my friends here and we want to play." And I'm like, "Ah, cool." Then you go up there and play.
okay, yeah,
Yeah, sounds pretty cool.
yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
uh, thank you so much to anyone who was here. Have we had
Yeah.
any like thing in the chat?
We've got one message.
Oh,
It was from me. Saying krøllebølle equals curly burly? Question mark.
nice.
So no, I don't think there's been anyone here today. If there has, they haven't made themselves visible.
No,
I guess. No, known. That's the
yeah,
word. I'm like,
and that's all right. Like
yes.
we just said, we don't like being in public.
No,
So-
exactly.
yeah, and I mean, either way, it is always a pleasure to talk to you.
You too, man. You too.
And I'll see you tomorrow.
You sure will for John Wick 4. I've
Yeah.
heard it's very interesting from the John Wick subreddit. So there might be a little bit biased, but what I gotta say. Yeah. So I'll stop it here. If anyone is here, though, camera's up there. Looking at mine. That camera, no, that camera, no, that camera. If anyone is here, thank you very much for being here. And
we'll see you
Bluebird,
next Thursday.
Bluebird, goodbye or whatever.